What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Coming at you with another upload and covering today, I'd say a designer slash niche fragrance that I thoroughly enjoy regardless of the time of day or the season. And that fragrance is cannabis note based. And I've covered before Black Afghano, so I'll link down below in the description box just for your reference. And this is another fragrance that revolves around the cannabis note. And without further ado, coming to you from the house of Mancera is Hindu Kush. And I've got the smaller bottle here, so they have a few offerings. A couple of offerings, I think, for this, and this is the smaller bottle that I went for, and this is the front, this is the bottom, and this is the top, and just for your reference, the inside of the cap, and just the sprayer. Now, I will say that with this, the sprayer sucks. Now, I don't know if I got a bad one or it's just overall Mancera has bad sprayer mechanisms, but I do not enjoy the sprayer on this one. It just squirts out in a straight line and I really have to force it for me to be able to get like a spray. And I find that when the scent is dispersed as a spray versus this line of fluid, you get better performance out of it. But before we get started with my experience with respect to this one, I will run you through the notes. So these are straight off the Mancera website, and with respect to Hindu Kush, the head notes are explosion of spices, intense labdanum, incense, and oil of cannabis. So that's right off of the top, you get the cannabis. Heart notes are leaves of patchouli and woody notes. Base notes are amber, gaiac wood, vanilla pods, and white musk. And white musk is synthetic musk, and it is made up of a ton of accords of different scents to arrive at the white musk, which nothing wrong with synthetics. I enjoy them as much as the natural one. It's just to emphasize here that white musk is synthetic. Now, in terms of what this scent smells like. So surprisingly, off of the bottle, it's a very I find it classy, refined, uplifting scent. It is not at all what the name leads you to think it would be. It's very fresh. It's very happy and exhilarating, refreshing. You can easily put it in the morning or the evening. For me, this is more of a formal kind of a scent. And it's just, there's something about it that I can't quite put my nose on. It's very elegant. It's very sophisticated and refined, even though its name is Hindu Kush, which I find the name is misleading. And even though, yes, there is a cannabis note in here, you can smell it, but it's not overpowering, even though it's in the opening. And it's not like a stinky, pissy sort of cannabis note. It's more like of the cannabis fresh plant, not like the actual product for smoking. And it's just wow. It's a very beautiful composition. It's very classy, very elegant, and bordering on sexy. I wouldn't go all the way and say sexy, but I'd imagine the reason it can border on sexy is the patchouli in there. I will tell you this now, explosion of spices, I mean, I've smelled perfumes with stronger spice presence than this. Intense labdanum incense. I don't get much of an incense in here. Oil of cannabis, yes, you do get a hint of that in here. And leaves of patchouli and woody notes, which is in the hard note, you get quite a bit of that. Base note, amber, you do get an ambery, warm touch to it. Gaiac wood, again, I'm not too sure about that one. Vanilla pods and white musk, I can see that. The white musk and the vanilla touches, almost gourmandish, are very subtle, but they are there. But it's such a beautiful composition, and in terms of performance and projection, I'm gonna say that for performance, it's not out there. It's somewhere in the middle. So on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 5. Just because I have stronger perfumes in my collection, and that's my comparison point. Relatively speaking, I would say it's not the strongest performing one, but it has good performance. In terms of projection, it's not gonna project too far off, but yeah, people can smell it from a distance. In terms of lingering power and sillage, you do leave a bit of that behind you. So if you're in an elevator and you leave and people walk in after you, they can still smell it. I find that this is more of a warm weather scent versus cold weather, just because of the way it's formulated, and especially if you're gonna be sort of sweating or your body temperature is gonna rise. It will work beautifully with this just because of the white musk in there, as well as the cannabis oil, as well as the patchouli. I find tends to be more warm weather leaning versus cold. I'll also say that from my experience, I've worn it both in the morning and in the evening. I like it both in the morning and the evening. However, I do find that in the evening, it has something different to it. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's just, for the lack of a better way of putting it, it's sexier. It's a clean sexy. Kind of like an Yves Saint Laurent Le Nuit. It's Homme La Nuit, and it's or L'Homme Nuit. I can't remember. I'll just put it down here on the screen. But it gives that same vibe. Like that YSL is perfect for dates, evening dates in particular, because it's fresh, clean, sexy scent. So this gives off like fresh, clean, sexy scent for your date if you put it in the evening. Now, is it all the way sexy? No. You're not gonna get that sort of effect off it, but it is there. Think about it more of a mature sexy, not like a college kid, teenage boy sexy, if that makes any sense. But overall, it's a fantastic scent. I thoroughly enjoy. And yeah, I mean, if you look at online everywhere, there's always review videos on it. Pretty much every avid collector out there has Hindu Kush. I think it's one of their top sellers on the Mancera website. I know for a fact that when I bought it, it was sold out on Mancera, and I had to wait, God, something like 4 or 5 months before I was able to purchase that bottle. And when I bought it, they ran out. And I think that was a function of it coming on frequently and trending on social media in terms of frac content, but also such an amazing scent. Like, it's very versatile. You can wear it anywhere. You can take it out to dates. You can take it out grocery shopping. You can wear it in the work environment. It's work friendly. Like I said, the cannabis note in there is very subtle, and it's more of a herbaceous green scent versus like a cannabis ganja, like, you know, sort of getting high scent. It's a clean scent. But yeah, highly recommend it if you don't have it and you're into like a fresh scent that's a bit different from your, you know, typical things like Acqua di Gio or any of the Acqua di Parma fresh scents. This is still fresh, but it's a very different approach to fresh scents, and it's fantastic. It's a beautiful composition. I thoroughly enjoy it, And for the price point, honestly, it's not that bad either. I mean, I'd say Hindu Kush isn't really designer. Mancera, I mean, isn't really designer. It's more of a niche in a way. I'd say somewhere between designer and niche, and their prices are fairly reasonable for the quality of the ingredients and perfumes they put out. There's just a fantastic house. This is the only perfume I have from Mancera. I do want to delve into more Manceras, in particular Citrus Crush, I believe it's called, as well as some of their ouds, but we'll see what the future holds there. However, I digress. I think this is it for this upload. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you do have Hindu Kush by Mancera, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm also interested in those of you that tried similar houses or similar perfumes. If you can make recommendations down below as to what some of these are, I would very much appreciate that, because again, trying to expand my horizons here and my nose, and really appreciate your time and attention, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.